He do this every time. You come over here and you sit down and he sneaks up next to you. You don't know he there. And then you go to get up and it's, oh wait, there's a person. Like,
I told myself I'd lay this shit down, so let's run it. I'm so tired of second guessing myself. Had to reevaluate, you know, check on my health. Cause 2020 was a mess in itself. And all my plans went out the window in the flash. I know you felt what I felt. It's all a part of the process. I was still in the gym. Lost my passion for music. Had to feel it again. But now I'm back, bitch, and willing to win. Moving cautious like I'm walking with a drink.
Morris Silver, you're the author of a new book, I Ain't Shit.
mm-hmm.
What is the purpose of this book? What specifically led you to write this book?
My honest bottom line inspiration was my kids. It was the mere thought that I've been going through this, these instances my whole life. Like, I didn't think it was, I thought it was story worthy myself prior, but it became more of a necessity once I realized I needed to write it for my kids.
So, did this come somewhat naturally to you?
It did. It did. Most all of it does. Like, it's not much different, honestly, from writing this. The way I kind of wrote it is the symmetry of the story and everything is kind of how you write music if you do it balanced. So it's not much of a difference. Just I didn't have to rhyme anything.
How long did it take you?
I shut everybody off for like 3 months tops, and I don't even think it took that long.
Did you just one day decide, I'm going to write a book about this, or were you just putting your thoughts down and it came to you that this is going to be a book?
No, I don't journal. Like, I don't necessarily journal stuff like that. When I journal, it's normally when I'm praying. So like, I don't want to go into details because God already know what happened. So that was all off memory. I was just telling the story as it happened. And really, there's so much more to those stories. There's a lot that I left out because I didn't want to bore you, and plus I wanted to come back at it from another angle later on. When you write, especially something that long, you kind of get to see your own ticks. So like, I'm a person that I don't like to show consistency in that regard. I don't want you to guess what I'm about to do next. So like, for instance, when I was writing, I would use the word apparently a lot. So like, when I was reading that, I was like, man, I sound like a fucking 17-year-old white girl. Like, apparently, like, stop this shit. So not only did I stop it in my own mind from doing it, because I might be saying it out loud, but it was something that I was doing in the writing. So it was more so, my goal was more so of a real reflection of who I am and what I've really gone through to put it out. So like, cause it was on my head so much, it was on my emotions. I walk around wearing this shit all the time. I'm tired of it. So
and why the title?
For that purpose right there. Cause like, it's crazy. Like, you try to do everything as the right way for everybody, and at the end, when it's all said and done, to the courts, to the cops, to the child support office, you ain't shit but a check. You ain't shit, period. So let me just jump out there and take the hit. I ain't shit.
So the title, is it more of what you think of yourself, what others think of you, what others have made you feel like you are?
No, I don't think that I ain't shit. I don't think that at all. Um, I have a high confidence of my self-worth. Um, and it doesn't borderline arrogance at all. Sometimes it be human, it can border low self-esteem. But I would never think that I ain't shit, unless you're talking to the judge, the cops, or someone of that authority. You gotta realize you ain't shit to them. I think that's what like the kind of purpose of this book was, just to be kind of like a sarcastic look at it from a wide spectrum. Like, you know, hell, marriage in itself, when you really look at it, it's not built for you. It's not built for guys at all. The system is not built for you. You fail in the afterwards. You have to spend a ton of money or either be married and have captured your baby mom in like her worst moments or whatever, like in order to win custody. I ain't grow up in that age where I'm grabbing a phone every 5 seconds to record shit. Some of the shit that I did, I probably lost. That just wasn't my deal. I just went down there and told the truth. And she went down there, and the lies are louder than the truth.
Your personality isn't one that easily goes off or rages out. And it seems that you got that from your dad. Do you have any idea why he accepted? I mean, it comes across in the book as if your mom like really berated and verbally abused him. That's
I mean, she did. She also, you know, had her loving moments, you know, of course, as well. I'm not gonna say it was all bad, but the shit that she did, like, I would never, like, I did, and I realized I couldn't no more. So yeah, I guess he just, I guess that era, right? For one, it was the value of cheaper to keep her. You know what I mean? And he had 9 of us, so you know, I get him on that side of it, but that era of men, he was born in the 50s. Like, you had those that was like, so like my grandfather back in his era, it was cool to hit women, right? So he did. He used to drink, and sometimes he used to hit my grandmother, right? So then, as my father went to the military, from what I know, when my father was growing up, he went to the military. He was the oldest of his children. He went to the military, he came back, and then he found Jehovah's Witness, and then he kind of pulled my grandfather away from that shit and pulled my grandfather into Jehovah's Witnesses. So my grandfather's still one to this day. So yeah, so like that kind of stopped that
cycle. It says a lot that you know, he chose to stay, ride it out, even though, you know, it wasn't always pleasant for him. Seems like he took a lot.
He did.
Yeah, he took a lot.
He did.
How much of that shaped you and your outlook on relationships? Did you feel that, you know, this is just the way women are? This is just
I kind of thought, like, for real, like, I wasn't gonna date white women, and like I just really thought like this is how all black women act. Like, I felt like that was like the price to pay for a strong black woman. Like, I've been pushing myself to, because I'm still, you know, going through a lot of things with the legal issues and shit like that. I'm still waiting for that to clear up. So I'm kind of in a rough position legally. So with that being said, I'm not like going out robbing people. I'm not selling drugs. I'm not doing none of that dumb shit. That's never been on my plateau in the first place. My thing is creativity. So I've written a few records, done a few videos, I've been working, supporting myself, hustling here and there when I can, as far as legally, and wrote this book. Take this time, and just kind of pursue my own self in this thought process. I realized that a lot of my pain is actually how I turn things into comedy. So now I do comedy, and I'm actually doing kind of good on it. But if somebody try to slap me, you're gonna get fucked up. I also do, like I said, my music is doing well. The app, like, you can check me out. Links in my bio on all the platforms.
Lastly, what do you want people to take away from reading your book?
The good guy doesn't have to finish last. Fuck that shit.
I'ma celebrate my birthday during Ramadan. Dress up on you niggas like it's Comic-Con. Doing Jada matches like I'm Obi-Wan. Phase made the track go ba-rum-ba-bum. Now, I'm like the only